Assalamualaikum. We from Group 1 can present about critical part method and network analysis. This is my group member.
Definition of network analysis and CPM. Network analysis study interconnected system revealing structure and pattern. It identifies key nodes offering insight into dynamic behavior across discipline. What is CPM? CPM is applicable to both large and small projects taking from space, program and wedding or host shows. It is widely recognized and it the most versatile and content management planning technique. CPM also is a technique used for planning and controlling the most logical and economic sequence of operation for accomplish a project. The project is analyzed into different activities whose relationship as in PERT are shown on the network diagram. The network is then utilized for optimizing the uses of resources, progress, and control.
Next, I can present about advantages of CPM and network analysis. First is optimized planning. Linear programming allows for comprehensive project planning by considering various tasks, dependence, and resource setting. It provides a systematic approach evaluating different content to determine the most efficient plan. Linear programming helps in creating a well-organized project and plan maximize the utilization for resource while adhering to project constraints. Next is effective schedule. Effective schedule identify critical tasks is a crucial aspect of effective scheduling by systematic scheduling. Crucial aspect of effective scheduling in project management. Linear programming aid in this process by systematic evaluating the dependence and relationship between tasks. By doing so, it help project manager prioritize and sequence tasks to create a realistic and achievable project schedule. The critical path analytic provided by linear programming ensure that attention is focused on tasks that directly impact the overall project during contributing of effective schedule. Next is resource allocate. Linear programming play a key role in optimized resource utilization by highlighting critical activity within a project by considering resource constraint and dependence between tasks. It helps determine the most efficient allocation of resource. This ensures that a resource allocated a critical activity in a way that minimize cost and maximize overall project efficiency. Linear project enable project management to make informed decision about how to allocate resource effectively to meet project objective. Next advantage is improve control, facilitating better control over project timeline and resource management is a significant advantage of linear program as a project program. Deviation from the initial plan might also. So next I can present about advantages. Next, I can a continuation about these advantages. First advantages is complexity. Implementation can be complex, especially for large project with numerous dependents. Second is time consuming, require time and effort to accurate estimation, sequencing and draft diagram creation. And last is sensitivity to change in a project scope or schedule may impact the accuracy for the analysis. So I can pass my part to my friend.
Okay, so next I would like to explain about procedures or steps. Okay, for procedures, we have 8 procedures. Okay, that number one is define activities. This means identify all the activities required to complete the project, like measurable, specific, measurable, and have a defined duration. Okay, the number two is a sequence activities. Is determine the order in which activities must be complete. This involves establishing the dependencies between activities, like identifying which activity are dependent on the completion of others. Okay, the number three is create a network diagram. It is mean about represent the activities and their dependencies graphically using a network diagram. Notes represent activities and arrows represent the dependencies between them. Okay, the number four is estimate activity duration. This means assign realistic time estimates for each activity. This could be based on historical data, expert opinion, or any other relevant information. Okay, the number five is identify the critical path. Calculate the earliest start and finish time, as well as the latest start and finish time for each activity. This helps in determining the critical path, which is the longest path through the networks. Activities on the critical path have zero flow, and any delay in these activities will delay the entire project. Okay, I go to number five and number six. Calculate float. This means for non-critical activities, calculate the float or slack, which is the amount of time and activities can be delayed without delaying the project. Activities with zero float are on the critical path. Number five is develop the project schedule. Using the critical path and activity duration, create a project schedule. This will provide a timeline for the project, indicating the start and finish dates for activities. The last one is monitor and control. It is mean regularly update and monitor the project schedule. If there are any change or delay, calculate the critical path and adjust the schedule accordingly. This helps in controlling the project and ensuring it stay on track. So I will pass to my friends.
I want to explain to table first. Based on table, I want to explain to critical part of project. Okay, first the activity A produce activity A take time 5 because B take 4 and C activity C depend to activity A and take time 8. D depend to activity B take 3 time, and E and F depend to activity C and D, and E get 7 and F get 5, and for activity G depend to activity E, H depend to activity F, and lastly I depend to activity G and H. Okay, for the next slide, I want to share about drawing a simple CPM diagram network. Okay, based on table, I write this number one and around an arrow to number two for activity A, and this arrow number three for activity B. Okay, for this arrow, you based on the table, activity C depend to activity A, and activity D depend to activity B. So So you can write a number for this, and then based on the table, activity E and F depend to same activity. Activity E depend to activity C and D, and then activity F depend to activity C and D. Next step for activity G, based on the table, activity G depend to activity E. So
around this, you take number 5, this circle, and then activity H depend to activity F. So you guys take a row this and write a number 6 this. For this number 8 depend to activity G and F, and lastly you write a arrow and take a number 8, write a number 8 for this circle. Okay, for the simple diagram I have 4 criticals. Number 1, A plus C plus E plus G and plus I, A plus C plus F plus H plus I, third B plus D plus E plus G and plus I, lastly B plus D plus A, F plus H plus I. So let's look at the critical. Okay, based on the table, activity A and activity B non-produce activity, but a time A take a 5 time and B take a 4. So you write a 0 and 0 for first circle. And circle number 2, for circle number 2, 5 plus 0 you write 5. And for activity B, 0 plus 4 you can get a 4. For activity number 4, the high result will be the interest first. The way to find out the highest number, 8 plus 5 you can get 30, and 4 plus 3 you can get 7. So the highest number is 30. So you write a 30 for this, and for activity E, 30 plus 7 you can get 20. And next, 20 plus 4 you can get 24, and lastly 24 plus 9 you can get 30. The final result we have the same value, so this you write a 30 for this circle. Next, 30 minus 9 you get 24. 24 minus 3 you get 21. Same for this, 24 minus 4 you can get 20. Okay, for this number 4, based the lower result based on activity 5E, based on activity E and F. The way to find out the lower number, 20 minus 7 you can get 30, and 21 minus 5 you get 21 minus 5 you can get 16. Okay, so the lower number for activity number 4 is 30. Okay, next, 30 minus D you can get 10. Okay, conclusion, the critical number for project is A plus C plus E plus G plus I, or 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 4 and plus 9 you can get 30. 30 is high critical for this project. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.